fun. Reading time with the Queen's fun.
Hi! Is it coming up?
I'm just trying
Ooh, that's a long hair.
Join event.
Hi, it's Miss Miss Cali. How are you today? Do you like my dress? This is the only time that I get to be gaudy, okay? I'm serving you celestial body yada yada. It's so funny! Okay, I had to throw it in there. Mr. Rowan came up with that joke. Okay, it worked for Aaron. Hi, Shar. Hi, Barb. Miss Barb. Woo! We're going to be doing some reading time with the...
Do you want me to leave it on?
Oh, no. Oh, can you hear us?
Yeah. I just turned the volume down.
Can you hear us? Hi. We're going to be doing some... We're all testing it to make sure that it works. Yeah, we're on. Miss Nikki just messaged us. Yes. Dun 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 dun. Mr. Rowan. Oh, Mr. Aaron's right here. Oh, there's Miss Nikki. Okay. I think we're ready. Are we ready?
I think we're ready.
Okay. I'm going to sit down in my seat here. My space seat. My space seat. Hi. Are you going to sit?
I guess.
Hi, Miffy. Hi. She can hear too. Okay. Thank you for coming to Reading Time with the Queens. Yay! I'm very excited to have you all here today. We're going to be doing some fun in the solar system, so let's get started. Without further ado, I'm going to catch my breath. Okay, oh God. How does this go? We're going to be singing the Reading Time theme song by me, Miss Cali. Take a stand, make a scene, it's reading time with the Queen. I know you've been hoping for reading time with the Queens. The library's open for reading time with the Queens. There's lots to know about the world today, so open up book, let's get on our way. There's crafts to be making at reading time with the Queens. There's songs to be singing at reading time with the Queens. Today we'll learn that we each are a star. We'll spread kindness wherever we are. It's so much fun, but it's not a dream. It's reading time with the Queens. Woo! So fun. It's not. Okay, whatever. Hi, everybody. Are you ready for some fun in the solar system? I feel like the camera's like keeping me like half over here.
I'm feeling the same way. It's okay.
Okay. I feel like we had a lot more space when we were doing it before.
Yeah.
What's going on? Maybe we should sit back here. Okay. That's a little bit better. Hi, everyone. I don't know if you can tell, but we're in the solar system. This is our very real backdrop for the solar system.
It's
and there's
amazing.
the rocket that we're all in right now.
Can literally reach for the stars.
Yes. Okay. I'm Miss Cali. Thank you for being here. This is Mr. Aaron. Say hi, Mr. Aaron.
Hello.
Mr. Aaron and I are very excited because we absolutely love the solar system. It's a very wonderful, beautiful place, and lots of cool things happen in there, both fictional and non-fictional. Mr. Aaron, I have a very important question for you.
Yes.
What is your favorite planet?
Okay. So my favorite planet
Yes.
is not only a planet, but an amazing cartoon, Pluto.
Okay, Pluto. Well,
Cartoon character.
not. I don't think it's a planet, Mr. Aaron.
No, it is. It totally is.
Okay, well, we can agree to disagree. My favorite planet is Jupiter. I see that's why I have little Jupiters on my ears.
Why?
Because of all the rings.
Oh, okay.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
I was thinking Saturn.
Oh yeah, this is Saturn, isn't it? Well, I'm canceled. Thank you.
So, I'm taking over today for reading that. And apparently, we're having fun. It's been so long since we've seen you all, and we're just having fun about it.
Actually, Redux. Jupiter does have rings. You just don't usually see them in classical portraiture. Portraiture. When I was a kid, Jupiter did not have rings, but Saturn absolutely does. And these are what I have on my ears. Thank you. I'm uncanceled. So, let's go over all the planets for everybody that doesn't know, obviously, like me.
I know the sun, the earth, and Pluto.
Okay, well, the sun is not a planet, it's a star.
Okay, so I know earth and Pluto.
But do you know the little, my very excellent mother just served us noodles.
9 pizzas.
Mr. Aaron.
What?
Okay, so it goes, Mercury, Venus, very excellent, Earth, third planet, Earth, my very excellent mother, Mars, just Jupiter, served, Saturn, us, Uranus, 9, noodles, Neptune,
and pizzas, Pluto.
Pizzas, plane. Okay, Pluto's a planet. Pluto's a planet.
Thank you.
What? It's a dwarf planet. It still counts, and we have a nice place in some of our hearts for it. Anyways, that's how you can remember the planets.
So can we review that one more time, please?
Yes. Okay. So it's
my
very excellent mother just served us noodles.
9 pizzas.
Yes.
Noodles or 9 pizzas.
And that's how you remember the planets and their order. Okay. Anyways. I think now it's time to move on to transition. Learning the signs for today. Mr. Aaron.
Okay. So we've got 3, just like always. So we're in space.
Okay.
So we're going to do astronaut.
Oh, astronaut.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're right-handed, then you're going to have your left hand up.
Like this.
And your right hand is going to be shooting up.
Like this?
Yep, exactly. And then we're going to have to do a person, because astronaut is a person.
Okay.
So,
astronaut. Okay, so this person. So
exactly.
Astronaut.
And then if you're left-handed, you're doing the same thing. Your right hand's going to be up, and your left hand's going to move.
Perfect.
Right?
So astronaut.
Astronaut.
We have a lot of astronauts in our stories today, so this will be a very useful sign.
Exactly. Okay. And then astronauts go into outer space, right?
Yes.
So very, very simple. It's going to be outer space.
Outer space.
Exactly. Outer space.
Outer space. So astronauts go into outer space.
Astronauts.
Oh, whoops.
Go into
Astronauts. Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you, Mr.
You're welcome.
What's our third sign?
Our third sign, I had some trouble with this one because I didn't know what else would be like related to that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking the only way we were able to go to outer space is that we believed it would happen.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be one finger.
One finger.
Believe.
Believe. Believe. Okay. That's a good sign. I think that we could use that in lots of different applications.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's review them all.
So
Astronaut. Astronaut. Okay.
Astronaut.
And then
outer space.
Outer space. Perfect.
And then
believe. Wonderful. Those are some great signs. Thank you, Mr. Aaron.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Well, let's take the time to use some of those signs in our first book. It's right there.
I was going to say, it's over here.
So we learned the sign for astronaut. This is Mousetronaut. Yes, this is a mouse who is an astronaut, and it is written by real-life astronaut Miss Cali. And it's illustrated by C.F. Payne. This is a story of a Mousetronaut. Mousetronaut. Sounds like, if you say it real fast, it sounds like a type of spaghetti. But it's not. It's a Mousetronaut. It's it's based on a partially true story. So, it's not entirely true, but it's based on something that is partially true, which is just as good of a story, I think. We'll see.
As long as it includes Pluto.
Well, Pluto's very far away, Mr. And so I think we got to keep our expectations a little bit low, just for now, because this is modern times. Okay. One day we'll make it Pluto, because I believe that we will. Okay.
There we go.
Here we go. The space shuttle is set for a launch, and the astronauts are doing their last-minute training to prepare for the mission. So there's all the astronauts. There we go. NASA is sending along some special guests for this flight, and they're training too. So there's the special guests. Can you see what they are? Big surprise there. They are mice. And see, you can see all these mice here. They are doing training on the hamster wheel. They're doing some chin-ups, as mice often do, I think, and then doing some stair-stepping. But this mouse in the back is doing some brain activities, some brain training, matching some shapes. One mouse is smaller than all the rest. His name is Meteor. The other mice know he won't be chosen for this important mission. But someone has his eye on Meteor, and he's impressed with the little mouse's hard work. So there's the person that's impressed. It's an astronaut. It's an astronaut. Whew, astronaut. See, I'm blocking you, Mr. Aaron. So
I have lots of space up here.
Okay. Yeah, there's lots of space up there. Yeah, so there's astronaut. There's all the mice. They're discussing amongst themselves who's going to be able to go into space on a very important mission. The shuttle commander announces that 6 mice will be selected for the flight. He picks 5 of the biggest, strongest mice. But for the 6th spot, to everyone's surprise, he chooses Meteor. Look at that. Meteor's like, oh, I got chosen.
Yay.
And everyone's like, Meteor's there? Why is Meteor? He's admittedly not one of the strongest mice, but he was chosen anyways. All 6 are taken to their new home, a special cage called the Mouse Hotel. Ooh, a fancy name for a cage. The other mice are nervous as the countdown begins, but not Meteor. Okay, now we have a countdown. You ready? Everybody count down with me. Ready? Here's the space shuttle, and it's going to be going down in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off! So look at that. There's the space shuttle. You can watch these sometimes on NASA websites. They will show you live these space shuttles going up into space. And it takes a lot of combustion, a lot of power to get them to go all the way up through the Earth's atmosphere and beating all that gravity. And actually, see all this orange stuff and these rockets, they actually break away from the space shuttle once it finally gets into space. That's all just to get them out. Isn't that something? Ooh. At first, the mice are pressed flat against their cages by the power of the launch. See, because when they're going up super, super fast, all the gravity is going, weighing them down. So that's why they're all like stuck against the side. But not Meteor. He loves the feeling of weightlessness. Oh, excuse me. But then the pressure goes away. The other mice cling to their cage in terror, but not Meteor. He loves the feeling of weightlessness. See, there's Meteor. All the other mice are like, there's no gravity. Because once they get up into space, you probably know this, there's no gravity. Meteor is just having an excellent time. Hey, little guy, the commander says, you're a natural, a real live Mousetronaut.
Yay!
And that's the first time he's given that title. Meteor is taken away from his cage and gets a tour of the shuttle. He can even see the Earth way off in the distance.
Ooh, way off there.
So there they are. That's the shuttle. There's lots of stuff that they have to monitor there. And if you can see, Meteor is right there, just floating around, looking down at the Earth. So a long ways from home. The astronauts are all very busy during the 14-day flight. There are spacewalks to take and experiments to conduct. But what can Meteor do to help? See, this is like a big arm that comes off the International Space Station. And at the end of that arm, you see the astronauts all strapped in. That's to help make sure that he stays safe. Or she stays safe. We don't know who's in there. And that way they can do spacewalks real. Have a safe and fun time. Then, while answering email, there's still email in space, one of the astronauts notices the key to the control panel stuck between the monitors. While he tries to get it out, it accidentally gets wedged in farther down. Oh no! So there's the monitors, and he tries to get the key, but his fingers are too big. This isn't good, says the commander. We need that key back. One astronaut tries to move the monitor. It doesn't budge. Another slips her fingers into the crack, but the key is stuck down too deep. One even tries pushing it out with a long piece of metal, but with no luck. No one can reach it. See, there they are, all using their skills and tools to get the key out, but it's not working. The astronauts are getting worried, but as they discuss the problem, a tiny figure has an idea. Guess who the tiny figure is? It's Meteor. Being the smallest isn't a bad thing, Meteor says to himself. Maybe I can be useful on this flight. So there's Meteor. He's like, maybe I can sneak in between that crack there. And all the astronauts are like, what are we going to do? Meteor squeezes his way into the crack. The space is dark and cramped, but Meteor spots the key and tugs at it with all his might. So there he is, crawling in. There's the key. He's just small enough that he can get in there. Hey, look what our tiny friend has done, the commander says. He saved the mission. So he gets the key.
Yay!
Woo! He was just small enough and he got the key and he's floating around. When the shuttle returns to Earth, Meteor is declared a hero. He's even given a brand new uniform and an official title, Mousetronaut. Yeah, it's a mouse astronaut. There he is, all the crew, all the people at NASA, and there he is. He gets a cool little space suit. All the astronauts cheer and applaud, but Meteor is already thinking about his next big mission. There's Meteor. He's a real-life astronaut now. And that's the end of the story about Meteor and the astronaut. I really like this story. Don't you think?
Nice.
Yeah, it's a nifty story.
Yeah.
My favorite part about this story is that Meteor, everyone thought that Meteor wasn't able to even go on this space mission, but he proved that his special skills and talents and just the way he was very important and actually saved the mission. That just goes to show that sometimes people will think that you are not suited for something, but you really, actually, the things that make you different maybe don't make it seem like you would be able to do that job. That's what makes you able to do that job.
The perfect person to do that job.
Yes, the perfect person. What did you like about this story, Mr. Aaron?
I like the fact that after he used his size to his advantage, everyone recognized him and congratulated him for that instead of saying, you're not supposed to be in there or getting in trouble for it. It's kind of a reward for, shining your own talents out there.
Yeah, and I also liked how the astronaut was able to recognize something special in Meteor, because sometimes we do need people that are able to bolster us and make sure we're even able to come along on the mission. Mm-hmm. Well, I have a song that's all about this idea. Oh, could you put that back over there, Mr. Aaron? Thank you. And it is from one of my very favorite television shows. You may know it, Sesame Street. I used to watch it a lot when I was a kid. Admittedly, I watch it a little bit now. And the grown-ups at Sesame Street always sang this song to the younger characters to remind them that they should believe in themselves. And it's called Believe in Yourself by Joe Raposo. Yeah. Oh, you can be what you want to be. See what you want to see. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Go where you want to go. Do what you want to do. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Folks may try and tell you there are things you shouldn't do. You're not strong enough or smart enough at all. But what seems right to them quite often might be wrong for you. So be sure you try to climb before you get too scared you'll fall. Oh, you can be what you want to be. See what you want to see. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Try what you need to try. No one should question why. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Folks may say you're different. different, that you've gone and lost your senses, but the world is yours to walk in. Go ahead and leap the fences and you'll see. Believe in yourself, and the world belongs to you and me. Oh, you can be what you want to be, learn what you want to learn, believe in yourself, believe in yourself. Try what you need to try, no one should question why. Believe in yourself, believe in yourself. Folks may say you're different, that you've gone and lost your senses, but the world is yours to walk in. Go ahead and leap the fences and you'll see. Believe in yourself, and the world belongs to you and me.
That was a beautiful song.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. And I really like that song. And as a side note, I just thought of this. I took the time to create a whole playlist on the Spotify where you can listen to all the different songs that we have sung at Reading Time over the years. Not the ones that I've written, because we haven't got those published quite yet or recorded, but the ones that other people have written. You're free to listen to those, and you can find the link on our Instagram or Facebook. Okay, what is next?
Craft time.
Craft time!
Yes!
We're going to be doing craft time. Okay.
Seamless transition.
Now, I don't know if you noticed. Actually, I haven't mentioned anything. Miss Barb is not here today. So, for craft, let's see. I know. For crafts, you are stuck with me. But I've asked someone to help me. She's right over here. Say, hey, Miss Steina. Miss Steina, can you help me with craft, please?
Yeah,
Okay. We're gonna, let's see. I didn't think about it. Do you mind? Can you sit in this chair? Okay. Can you see? See, this is the magic of live theater, everybody.
live.
Okay. So, hi everybody. It's me, Miss Cali.
Hi, I'm Miss Dinah.
Hi, Miss Dinah. How are you doing today?
I'm pretty good today. The sun is out.
That is nice.
Yeah.
When the sun's out, I'm very happy as well. I like summer a lot.
Summer is my season.
Yes. Sometimes it's not people's season, but that's okay. We all have the things we like. That being said, I like to do crafts. I am okay at it. I made this dress, but...
You are fantastic at crafting.
Thank you, Miss Dinah.
Believe in yourself.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I do really like the way that Miss Barb teaches crafts, but she was in hospital recently. She's fine now, but she wasn't able to make it today. But that's okay, because we're going to be teaching you the craft that she was planning anyways. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using chalk on pieces of dark paper in order to make some cool shooting stars. But, and this is the surprise for Miss Barb, who's watching right now, I think, I changed it just a little bit. And we're going to actually make a different version where it's a greeting card. And this greeting card says, "Get well." See? And then it says, I'm just realizing now that everything's backward. So it says, "Dear Miss Barb, thank you for being such a wonderful and creative craft coordinator. We miss you very much. Please take care of yourself and get well soon. Love, Miss Cali." So we're going to make one of these greeting cards, get well cards. And you can make one. Join along. This is some pretty easy stuff. You can make it now or you can make it later. This video will be up later, so you can watch it later.
Send us pictures.
Oh, send who pictures?
Us reading time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we'll send you pictures. And
No, us.
Send us pictures.
Yes.
Please send us pictures
Oh.
of you doing the craft. We would love to have the photos of you creating and watching us, and little videos. We would love to have them.
that's what I was supposed to say.
Friendship.
Thank you, Miss Dinah.
You're
Okay. Okay, so the first thing that we have to do, actually, and you have a piece of dark paper too.
Yeah.
This is what I did, is I just took the paper, and you can fold it a couple different ways, but I just folded it once, hamburger style. So that's kind of long ways or something. No,
Oh,
that's
that's
like,
hot dog
that's
style.
that's wide ways. Okay, so you fold it once down the middle, like that, and then fold it again. Hamburger style.
Now, if you only have one piece of paper, you could cut it in half so that you and your siblings could both make cards.
Yeah, sharing is caring. You can do it all kinds of different ways, but this is the way that we're going to do it today. So you have your card right here. And actually the first thing that I did, because I thought that it was easier to do, is I took a piece of this lighter paper. Where did I put the pen? Mr. Aaron, is there a pen there?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
There's a pen.
So what I did is I took the pen, and then I took something like square that would fit in the middle of this. And I just used it as like a trace.
That's smart.
So I put it down on the piece of paper and then just traced around it. That way you don't have to worry about getting anything perfect by doing it just with your eyes. You can kind of trace it first, and then do you want to do one of your own?
Yes, I would love to.
Okay, and Miss Dinah is going to use a different color. So what we're going to do for this part is once we have a trace, you're just going to take some scissors. If you need help from an older person, just ask. I'm sure they'll be able to help you. You cut out that little square. Okay. And this is where our message is going to go.
Yeah.
Do you have anyone that you'd like to send a card to, Miss Dinah?
Oh my goodness. Who would I send this card to? I might send it to my mom in Florida.
Oh, wow. That's all the way across the country.
Yeah, because so many people are sick down there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would tell her to stay safe, and if she gets sick, to then get well.
Yes, these are two very important things.
Preparatory.
Yes. Okay, and there's the scissors.
Thank you.
So this is, I'll just write a little note here on mine. I'll just say, hello, friend. I love you. Love, like that. I want you to remember to believe. How do we say believe? Believe in yourself.
Very nice.
Love, Miss Cali. And I sign in regular letters, and then I also sign my name in cursive.
Ooh,
which
that's
I learned
smart.
how to do. So Miss Cali, and then I put little hearts on for the eyes.
Very creative.
There's that. And then once you have your note, you'll take some glue. Okay. And this is just to make sure that you have a lighter background for whatever you're writing on. Take some glue and just slather some glue on the back. Bum-ba-da. It's all glued up. And then you find wherever the middle of the card is, and you just put it right on the inside. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. So now your card has a message in it.
That is brilliant. I'm going to do something a little bit different.
Okay, what's that?
So I sometimes like cards. Sometimes like cards that sit like this on the table.
Perfect.
And so I'm just going to turn mine sideways and put my message in.
That's a perfect idea.
So that it looks like that. And that way, it can sit on the table like that.
Cool. So a couple different ways of doing it.
Options.
Options. We all like options. Okay. So now is the fun part. First thing that we need to do is just make sure we have a star ready, because you see on this little example there's a star. So I have, or Miss Barb provided some nice stars that we can use to sketch out. Do you want this one maybe?
Sure.
And then I will take, let's see, I'm going to make my star this green.
Ooh.
And you can use one of those other colors.
And use a goldenrod.
So I'm going to borrow the pan. So I'm just going to take the little star shape, and just like we did with the square earlier, I'm just going to trace around it so that we know where to cut. Tracing around the star. Okay, so there's that. Or here, I'm gonna do 2. I'm being extra.
You want your space to be filled with stars.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's lots of stars. I think there's a million, gazillion, billion stars in the space. Don't you think so?
I think if stars were lime green, we would all stargaze a little bit more. Because I love lime green.
I wonder if there are lime green stars. Maybe far, far, far away. Stars we haven't even seen before. I don't know. It's fun to dream.
I agree.
Okay, so then you have the stars that you traced, and then you just use your scissors to cut out the stars. And we'll kind of cut these out and then set them aside while we do the fun chalk part.
And if you don't have a star that you can trace like this, you can do your best to draw a star and then flip it over so you don't see the pen marks. So I'm going to do a small star like that. You see the small star?
Oh, so you just like made a bunch of crosses.
I made a bunch of crosses, or you can do a few triangles.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And a Star Trek sign. Triangle and a Star Trek sign. Crafting. And then when I go to put it on my paper, I'll just flip it on the other side so that I don't see all the lines.
Perfect.
Or you can show your lines if you want to show your lines.
Oh yeah, you could do it in like a different color marker so there's some contrast, extra colors. Okay. Sorry, Miss Dinah. I am...
Try to remember to close your glue so it doesn't dry out, you guys.
That is a good idea. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Whew. I was shooting for the stars and made some 2 tiny stars, and now I'm having to cut them out. Okay.
It's okay, you're doing great.
Thank you very much. Alrighty. So I asked Mr. Aaron this earlier. What is your favorite planet?
My favorite planet. So, in college, I took an astronomy course because I absolutely love astrology and looking at stars, and I love astronomy, and I wanted to learn about the stars and the planets. And in that class, we got to do a project where we picked a planet and we did any kind of presentation on that planet.
Oh.
So being as extra as I am, extra, read all about it, I did Saturn.
Okay.
And I included a bunch of Saturn's moons, and we pretended that they were her daughters, and they were arguing because someone was bigger, and we used their characteristics to have an argument. Well, Mom, I'm closer to you, or I'm bigger, and we talked about the different things, and recorded a TV show like Dr. Phil. It was fantastic, and we got an A, and I had to do a lot of research on Saturn in order to successfully complete that project.
Well, I think it's pretty easy to tell that you're a bigger fan of Saturn than even I.
I mean,
seeing as I couldn't even get the name of Saturn.
To know some of the moons, some planets. So we know that Earth has 1 moon.
Yes.
But some planets have lots of moons.
Ooh, yes.
And there are just some meteors that are trapped in the atmosphere of that planet, and they become a part of the orbit, and they become a moon. And so some planets have so many moons, and it's absolutely fantastic to learn about how they're different. And I know I'm rambling, but I get super excited.
No, it's moons are fun.
Yes.
That's something that maybe someone didn't know before.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to, I think, one of the most fun parts. So this is where you take the chalk and you make little streams out of on the black paper. So what you want to do, or you can use dark blue too, whatever you would like. So you just take one of your chalk marks, and then you kind of have to decide where you want your star to be at first. Right, so you kind of have to place them there, and you have to think, okay, I'm going to make 2 little shooting stars this way. So then you kind of have to take the chalk from there, and then like make a big long line. And then what I do is we only have 5 colors here, but that's okay. I just make a little rainbow first with each of those colors. So we're doing, I do red, orange, yellow, and then green, and then blue. Oop. Oh, okay, that was wrong. Okay, and then this is something, could you hand me that little paintbrush thingy?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so this is something that I find that you can do. You can kind of take your paintbrush and you can kind of like
blend it out.
Blend it together, buff it out a little bit. It really fades the colors away. But that's kind of fun because it looks a little like subdued. It looks a little faded. You can kind of blend them together that way. So there's all this chalk dust and I just poof, make a mess on the ground. And then I redo it. That's what I did. I went over it again, which is like a thinner line.
That's cool.
So that there is some definition still. And then oop, and a oop, and a oop, and a oop, and a oop. Oop, sorry. I'm losing track of all my colors. Okay, green and blue. Perfect. Okay.
Nice.
You got your colors, Miss Dinah?
Yep, I'm almost finished.
I'm going to move on. So then, this is the fun part. You get to take your little star, slather it up with glue. Take glue, and then put it on where the streaks are. So it looks like the streaks, so it looks like it's a shooting star, so all the streaks are coming out from where the star is.
That's great.
So I did that. Oh, I think I made these streaks a little too big, but that's okay. They're bigger than the others. That just means that that star is leaving a bigger impact, even though it's small. Okay, and then I did take some chalk, so I'll take an orange color this time, and I wrote a little message on the front. So this time I'll say, love you! Exclamation point. And I'll put a little smiley face. You want to do a little message?
Yes, my message is going to be, hello from up here.
Oh, and you just did it on the star instead. That's perfect.
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize that.
Okay, cool. So there's my new one. This one says love you. That's to a friend. And here's Miss Dinah's. Ooh, it says, hello from up here. That's a pretty cool craft, I think.
I mean.
We'll put all of our little oop and a oop. I gotta stop saying that. I'm gonna get in trouble with Jazz Masters. Okay. I'll put all the little things there so we have a little collection of cards. Thank you for doing this craft with me, Miss Dinah.
Thank you for asking me.
That was a lot of fun.
I like playing with chalk.
Yeah, and this is a good way to do it so you can do it inside too.
Mm-hmm. You can even do something on your sidewalk if you have chalk.
Oh yeah, totally.
That'd be great.
Okay, so there's all these cards for you, Miss Barb. So if you at home make a card for Miss Barb, make sure you take a picture of it and then send it to us on one of our social medias, and we will give it to Miss Barb and wish her to get well.
Yes.
Perfect. Well, I think you have a story that you're going to share, right?
I do have a story. Transition.
Or I'll do it on my the space. Is that good? Is that good? Can you see?
Dun, da, da, da. Welcome. This is the whatever time it is news. Just kidding. You're still watching Reading with the Queens. I got you, didn't I? So, today, well, hi, I'm Miss Dinah. Still here.
Hi, Miss Dinah.
Hi. So, we are going to be reading a story called May Among the Stars. I mean, talk about believing in yourself and fighting to be an astronaut. This story carries on with that theme perfectly. Okay, so May Among the Stars, written by Rhoda Ahmed and illustrated by Stasia Burrington. I hope that I am saying those correctly. Here we go. May among the stars. May among the stars.
Oh, wow.
This is a lot of introductions, right?
Yeah.
Little May was a dreamer. They say that daydreamers never succeed, but Little May was different.
Just chilling.
She's
by a
under a tree. There's a cat.
Yeah.
She's dreaming. One day, May was working on an assignment for school about what she wanted to be when she grew up. What will you tell them, May? I will tell them I want to see Earth. That's fantastic. I wonder what kind of job would allow her to see Earth.
Travel agent.
That's true. And she could be talking about dirt. She could be talking about, she could be a geologist.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, all
Right.
kinds of Earth out there. I think maybe though, just there's like a small chance she's talking about the planet.
Probably.
It's like a small chance. Let's turn the page. We'll see. Okay, here we go. This is Earth, May, her mother said. The flowers, the grass, the forest, and the mountains. We have a lot of those here.
Geologist.
We live on Earth. Oh, now she's talking about the planet. I know, but I want to see Earth from out there. What do you think she means from out there? Like outside?
Outer space.
Outer space. That's an amazing plan, Little May. Then you have to become an astronaut. That way you can see Earth from space. Astronaut? Do you think I could do that? Oh my goodness, does she believe in herself yet?
No, she's not believing in herself, but I bet her parents believe in her.
And that makes all the difference when
It
you have
does.
someone who believes in you.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Okay, here we go. Oh, her mom kisses her on the forehead.
See?
Of course you can. If you can dream it. I have a question for you, Mr. Aaron.
What's up?
Is this the sign for dream?
This dream.
Oh.
I'll get on camera. So one finger, dream.
Dream. Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you can dream it, if you believe it, work hard for it, anything is possible. Anything is possible.
There we go.
I agree.
She's gonna be a geologist.
May asked her mom to take her to the library. That is a great place.
I love that place.
A library is fantastic.
Oh my gosh, so many books.
She searched for books about space and astronauts. Space and astronauts.
There we go.
It's like she knew she was going to be a part of reading time. Look at all those books. You got to have a reading library card to check out all those books. Fantastic. After dinner, May drew pictures of space, and she even made her own astronaut costume out of old orange curtains and cardboard boxes.
I think she wants to be an astronaut.
I think so too, and I'm pretty sure she asked her mother's permission before she made a costume out of curtains.
Probably.
That's a good idea. Don't go tearing down your parents' curtains.
Wait, you have to ask her?
Yes, always ask
Oh.
permission.
Mhm.
Please, we will not refund any costs for curtains that have been damaged in the making of astronaut costumes.
Exactly.
Copyright phrase. Later, she asked her dad, but how do I become an astronaut? It seems impossible. You will find your way, May, because if you dream it, believe it, and work hard for it, anything is possible. Man, believing in yourself opens your whole world up. I agree. Okay. That costume is great. But space is so far away. It's closer than you think, little May, and you may get there sooner than you think. Man, her parents believe in her.
I know.
That is so wonderful.
Oh, wow.
The support is just grand. It is grand. That night, May had a happy dream. She was dancing in space, surrounded by billions of sparkling stars.
Wow.
Below her, she could see Earth floating and turning like a shining crystal ball.
Wow.
Not a disc,
No.
a ball.
A ball. Absolutely.
Believe that. You're fine. It's great. The next morning, May told her parents about her dream. She wanted to tell everyone. And every time she talked about it, her eyes would light up. I think it's great to share your dreams with people that care about you so they can support you and help you stay on that path. That's great.
Exactly. More people believe in you, encourage you, and you're motivated to keep going.
I agree. Oh, look at this. In the classroom, Miss Bell told everyone to stand in line on the rug. Today, we are all going to share our dreams about the future. What do you want to be, and what do you want to do when you grow up? And then she said, who wants to go first? None of these children raised their hands. They just started saying what they wanted to be.
But I think it's because they were all really excited and wanted to share.
That's true. So maybe it was okay.
Maybe.
The first young man said, I want to be a firefighter. The next young lady said, I want to be a teacher.
Okay.
The next young man said, a football player. The next young lady said that she wanted to be a mom.
Oh.
And then our May, she said, I want to go to space. I want to be an astronaut. Look at all of them. And as they're saying their dreams, you can see how their imaginations are working.
Absolutely.
Okay, I wonder what her teacher said.
Well, she's probably going to believe in her just like her parents did.
Yeah. Because teachers set the tone for our future.
Exactly. And they all have really good dreams.
I agree. All the kids started laughing. Miss Bell asked, May, are you sure you don't want to be a nurse? Nursing would be a good profession for someone like you. That's an interesting response to a little girl's dreams.
Right.
Can I say that sometimes it's crushing when someone doesn't believe in your dream?
Right, absolutely.
Just as strong as when someone does believe in you.
And sometimes even more, because one person who
Doesn't
spits on your
believe in
dream,
you.
doesn't believe in you,
It can
is
hurt.
really, really discouraging. So
Especially from a teacher who's supposed to encourage her.
We'll see what she says, though.
Here we go. She stands up for herself.
Good
she
for
says,
her.
I don't want to be a nurse. I want to be an astronaut.
Astronaut. Way
That
to
is
go.
Wonderful.
Stand up for yourself.
Right on, May. May felt very disappointed.
See?
On her way home from school, May was quiet. She looked out the car window. Her world turned blue and cold. Nothing was the way it used to be. Oh, that is so sad.
But she still stood up for herself.
That's true. We should be proud of her.
Absolutely.
But it still hurt a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. At home, May started crying. Miss Bell said, I can't become an astronaut. What a silly thing to say, said her mother. She told me I should be a nurse instead, said May. Her mom wiped away her tears. My dear May, I hope you didn't believe her. Of course I believed her. She's my teacher.
See, that's really, really impactful.
That is so hard to hear. And then her mom says, I'm sorry Miss Bell didn't encourage you, but she can't stop you. No one can stop you. Follow your dream, May, and go to space. That is wonderful. That is so great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mom. I promise when I get to space, I will wave to you and Dad from the spaceship. There's our May.
There we go. Staying with her dream.
Her mom took her hand and they started dancing. You must always repeat to yourself, if I can dream it, if I can believe in it, and if I work hard for it, anything is possible. That's a great chant to have. And I love that they're dancing in space now. That's
right?
great.
That's great.
And the cat
I was going to
is
say,
there.
the cat. Yeah.
I wonder if he's going to go chase that Mousetronaut around space.
Who knows?
It's
I don't think he's going to catch him, though.
No, probably floating.
Yeah.
Floating. Yeah. May went on dreaming, believing, and working really hard. And guess what? She went to space and waved to her mom and dad on Earth. Aww. Look at that. You guys, this story is based in reality. There really is an astronaut named 𝐬𝐢𝐠𝐧, and she's a doctor.
Wow.
And she became a real-life astronaut.
So not a travel agent.
Not a travel agent or a geologist.
But she's an astronaut, so that's pretty
true.
sweet.
She could be a travel agent to other planets.
Ooh.
And
maybe.
a geologist on other planets.
Maybe.
While being an astronaut in space.
Okay.
Her opportunities are open. Yes. Thank you guys. May among the stars.
That was great.
Thank you. Thank you for your help, Mr. Aaron.
Absolutely.
What a great story. All right, here comes
Miss
Miss
Cali.
Cali.
Oh, Miss Cali should have gotten ready before.
Miss Cali was enjoying the
Transition.
story.
Yeah, I was like,
Transition.
that was a lot. Oof. That was a story.
That was
Goodness.
gracious. That was a story and a half. That was
I think
great.
I probably will. Okay. No, maybe it's just my eyelashes. Okay.
You're fine.
I really like that story because this is whereas Mousetronaut was partially a true story. The story of 𝐤𝐸𝐠𝐧 is a real one, and she had those things said to her. I can only imagine how hard it was, but she showed him she can do any of that.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like it. Well, there's a song that I like to sing a lot. It's by Mama Cass, and it's called "Make Your Own Kind of Music," and it's kind of about that. It's about knowing who you are, regardless of what other people say about you, and believing in yourself and pushing through and making your own kind of music. And I'm going to sing it for you now. Nobody can tell you there's only one song worth singing. They may try and sell you, 'cause it hangs them up to see someone like you. But you've gotta make your own kind of music, sing your own special song, make your own kind of music, even if nobody else sings along. You're gonna be knowing the loneliest kinds of lonely. It may be rough going just to do your things, the hardest thing to do. But you've gotta make your own kind of music, sing your own special song, make your own kind of music, even if nobody else sings along. So if you cannot take my hand, and if you must be going, I will understand. You gotta make your own kind of music, sing your own special song, make your own kind of music, even if nobody else sings along. You gotta make your own kind of music, sing your own special song, make your own kind of music, even if nobody else sings along. Ooh, ooh,
Yay!
Thank you. And I saw all your little hearts when I was playing. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
I think a lot of people believe in you. And believe in reading time.
Yes, we love doing reading time so much. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And you can watch it again later. You can show it to your kids. You can show it to your grandkids. Oop, you can show it to your great grandkids. Yes, and we're going to be doing them every month. We have some stuff coming up too. We're going to be doing another one next month. And that one is going to be a little bit different of a reading time because it's going to be less of a reading time and more of a science time with the queens. Yes, that is happening. And then we're also going to be, I don't know if you know this, that we haven't been able to do Pride this year, which is why we did a Pride-a-Palooza, but Idaho Falls is going to be hosting a digital Pride. And that will be happening. I will put, just follow our page. I don't remember exactly when it is.
Details to come. It's okay.
Details to come. They're going to be doing it next month too, after our reading time, and not directly after our reading time. Anyway, details. And they're going to be doing it digitally, and we will be part of that as well. So make sure you tune into that. I want to thank everybody for joining in. I also want to thank Mr. Aaron.
Thank you.
Thank Miss Dinah. Come here, Miss Dinah.
Come on, Miss Dinah. Block me. Come on. Get in camera. Get in. Right. Yay!
Miss Dinah. And I also want to thank Miss Barb, because even though she wasn't here this week, she was still able to show us how to do a wonderful craft. So thank you to Miss
And we're going to
Barb.
send her our love.
Yes, we're going to show her our love.
Love you.
Everybody say, I love you, Miss Barb. She's going to get better soon. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for coming. Is there anything else?
Thank you, Miss Cali.
Oh, yeah.
You put in so much work and getting all this set up for us. We appreciate it so much.
I do it for all of y'all, and I love doing it with my reading time buddies. Yeah. Sometime. Okay. Let's take another look at the stars. And we'll just fade out quietly.
Fade.
Float through space.
Float. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.